got to take over the park. I don't know who owns it, I assume the council owns it, and the football club have permission to use it for their home games. I said we're coming off Bellevue Street into Davenport Street. That's incorrect, it's Derwent Street. And on my left there is Roberts Park. As you can see, barbecues, a couple of lunch shelters, a lot of outdoor gym equipment that pops up in lots of parks around Goulburn. Around the bend here, the street changes its name and becomes Kenmore Street. And just in behind the bushes there is a toilet block, so if you bring your kids to play there or have a picnic or something, there's a toilet block just there. Back on the running track now, coming up to the turnaround point for the park run. You set out miles away where I started, as I said. See the blue arrow here. There's usually a marshal here to encourage you. Turn around, go back where you came, and you've done the 5k. On the left over there is how well you can see it, is the Charles Sturt University School of Policing, which is a fancy way of saying it's the police academy, but I think it's also a training ground for emergency services, maybe even some ambo training and fireys. Back before this path was built here, there used to be just a dirt track through here on this cliff, and it was quite dangerous, as you can imagine. And so the section of the walking track fell into, as it was called then, the Walmsley walking track, fell into disrepair and disuse. So it's good that they built this bridge. The bridge was built in sections and then craned in, which would have been tricky with the topography of the land here, rather than being built on the site. Take the slip road here off the path up here to Joshua Street, and then next section will be down towards the Gordon Hotel along Wilmot Street at the intersection of Wilmot and Union Street. Just across the road there, you can see that is North Park that I mentioned a little earlier, and a brand new pavilion, amenities block, whatever. Looks like toilet blocks, change rooms, and all those sort of facilities that are needed for, and perhaps even the equipment shed, sport these days. I have to say, I don't think there's been a lot of junior sport in the last year or so. The council went on a works program of using grey water to irrigate its fields, playing fields. So Seaford Oval and Prell Oval that are both in Victoria Park, they dug up and had piping put through them, those pop-up sprinklers. A large grey concrete tank was built just near the tennis courts in Seaford Oval to, I guess, store that grey water. And as a consequence of that, digging up those fields, and the same thing looks like it happened here, and also at the car convoy fields at Eastgrove, which you'll go past a little later on. And as a consequence, I know, for example, that touch football was postponed last year, end of last year, because the fields were so badly damaged by the work and the rain and whatever. They were considered unsafe. And there used to be a lot of cricket played on Prell Oval, and also representative cricket played on Seaford Oval. I think there's probably only been one or two matches in what would have been the cricket season last year. I don't know what's happened with other sports, like rugby league that I mentioned was on North, used to be junior rugby league, used to be played on North Park, or football, that is in the round ball version, or even the AFL, which is played on I think Goodyear Park. I don't know if those sports went ahead in their last season of over 2022, when of course lots of things were off because of COVID, as well as this work that the council were doing. This series is, I think it's called Tarlow Road. It might be Chatsbury Street. Not sure where it changes its name. On the left-hand side there is a Tully Park Golf Club, and on this side, mostly residential, but some light industry, fabricating and farm sales, agricultural equipment, I guess would be. And sell farms, they sell stuff to farmers. back on the Wallandilly walking and cycling track stage 2 here, if you could see it on that side. Directly ahead there, that old iron structure, is the railway bridge over the Wallandilly. That's where the railway line used to go to Crookwell. Our railway line was closed donkeys years ago and will never be reopened, and been agitating for turn that into a rail trail for running and cycling and hiking and so on. At some point, I'm not sure when, they took down this part of the bridge here, I guess to stop kids from climbing on it, the fear of accidents and so on. The dilemma with the rail trail is always who's going to pay for it. The council likes the idea, the Goulburn Council likes the idea. The council that administers the area around Crookwell, I think they're called the Upper Lachlan Council, I think they were not so keen on the idea, not sure why, and state government would be expected to foot large part of the bill. I guess they're not so keen on it either. In behind the trees there, that's RIversdale, historic home, belongs to the National Trust. It's a significant building in